Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. I am just drinking on some water here because hydration is important. And I have my cup mug with me because cup mugs are important too. And that means Logan has theirs, and therefore, panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs, bump, 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 bump and here. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lonagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period.
Oh, hi there. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I am drinking some coffee. Some
Coffee.
coffee. Some coffee. Some coffee. Um, you know, some lovely, wonderful coffee. White chocolate protein coffee, because, I gotta stay caffeinated somehow. I was trying to make a tie-in to this episode. It really wasn't going to happen. I was going to go with something about balloons,
Mm,
but no,
It's okay.
no. Or kill shot, something like that. No, it's not going to work
It's
today.
okay. It's
But
okay.
what a glorious episode
Well,
of $1 Million Secret we're talking about today, Lana.
I'm excited to talk about it. And we're going to talk all about it. But first, y'all know what to do. We are here on a mission trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year here on the Cup TV and across the Cup Network. So if you could subscribe to this channel right now, just go and do it. Do it right now. Or and then go to our link tree, click in the description below, click our link tree, click on all of our links to all of the different podcasts and subscribe there as well. If you're a fan of drag or drag race, there's a channel for you at the Cup Pod. If you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, we got a channel for you at the Cup ESC. And if you're a fan of WWE Wrestling, we have a channel for you at the Cup Ringside. So jump in there, subscribe to all of those channels. Help us make our mission of 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. That would be great. Then, if you need to check us out on the go, we have an audio podcast link for you as well. And yeah, and also, if you want to join our Patreon, that's down there in the links below as well. You can follow us and check out all the things we do behind the scenes. So we have a quick reminder, subscribe to all the channels, follow us and subscribe to our audio podcast links and our Patreon, all in the description below. So that's just,
Thanks.
thank you. Appreciate you. Yep. So let's get into this episode because episode 5 was actually pretty good. It was a doozy. We know we got rid of Phil, and so he was the millionaire.
Nah.
He was the millionaire. But now we know that there's going to be a new millionaire. And so everybody is like, okay, we don't know what's going
Yep.
to happen. But they are sitting at breakfast like this is the first time. Another time we can sit and know that nobody's a millionaire and we're all on equal playing fields, and it's just nice. It's just nice.
Not for long, but sure.
Sure,
Party. Good for y'all.
enjoy this good 15 minutes of
Enjoy.
just
Yeah, I'm like, enjoy these 30 minutes while you have it, y'all. Good for you.
good for
We
you.
love
Enjoy that. Love that for you. But then, of course, we hear doom, 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 doom.
Harp Glissando. My favorite part. My favorite
Players,
part.
please go to your rooms where the box has now been placed. Mm. And everybody goes to the rooms, and everybody's like, "This is," I think it's starting to settle in with everybody. So everybody's kind of like, "This is kind of when I want the money." Kyle said he wanted the money.
Yeah.
Corey had mentioned he could take the money right now. Chris was
Yeah.
not opposed to getting the money right now.
No.
Sam said she didn't want the money right now.
No.
And see, here's my thing. I thought I'm like, it's if two people out of two of these people get this money, I'm gonna know something
Yeah.
because before they went into the room, we had a spotlight on Cara and
Yep.
Lydia. And I was like,
Hmm.
if I said one of these folks about to get this money, and if one of these people
I
get the money, the randomness is out the window for me.
I thought it could be. I had a feeling it could be Sam. Just based on how much they had been showing her. Like, I don't know. I think the randomness is still intact. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. But the only person we saw say, I don't want the money right now
Right.
is Sam.
And Sam gets the money. I was like,
I'm so sorry. My roommate and I were watching this together. We both just started maniacally laughing because I was just like, "Oh, this is setting up Sam to go home," because we've seen how the other millionaires have gone down, and I'm like, "Oh, good."
they was just like, the one person said, I don't want the money. We'll
Is the
give her the
person that
money.
got the money. I was like,
And
"That's funny. That's
that's
funny."
that's wild and interesting and like wild. But okay then. Okay.
Sure.
So Sam was kind of just like, oh no, this is not what I wanted. But I gotta do what I gotta do because this is the hand that I'm dealt. So I gotta figure this
Hmm.
thing out. And so Peter comes in and he's like, you gotta get your agenda. And this agenda, well, this first of all, the agenda, okay. The agenda itself was she had to approach three people and ask if they hear a ringing sound. And only one of them has to agree.
Well, at
And
least
it,
three. She
yeah, she has to ask at least three.
Because if she doesn't get it in three, then she has to ask another person.
Right. And if she fails, three penalty votes will be against her.
Ooh.
But if she succeeds, she will have the sole vote, the kill shot, if you will, to get somebody up out of this game. And I was like, what? What? What?
You mean to
Didn't
you mean to tell me you're gonna give the cop the kill shot? Netflix. Really, Netflix?
didn't see that coming, but I enjoyed it. I
I
kind of
like
live
the
for
twist.
it. I
No, I'm
kind of
not gonna
live
lie to
for
you.
it.
I like the twist.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a little imbalanced, especially on her first secret agenda. I because here's my problem. I like the twist a lot. I think the twist is very
Hmm.
fun. And I
Hmm.
think the secret agenda task that she has in order to get this done is very
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
I don't like it as her first secret agenda task.
I
I think
mean,
she needs to make it through a round, feel a little bit of heat first, and then if her secret agendas were swapped, I think I would have liked it a little bit better personally. That's just me.
I didn't look. I don't care what the secret agenda goes or what. I just think this twist is great, and then this power is kind of amazing. A sole vote and nobody knows, kind of wild, kind of wild. But that's her agenda, and she's like, "Oh God, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm nervous." And Peter's like, "Well, I'll see you later." She said, "Peter, Peter, wait, 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 wait. I need you to sneak out the side, out this back door here." And I hollered. I screamed and laughed
She
when
was like,
Peter
I
was like,
can't have anyone thinking anything.
"See, I need you to go out the back door. Just scoot off the back." He was like, "This way, okay," and
He
he played
scampered
along and
off.
scampered off.
I love Peter.
I love it. I
I
was like,
need
I'm here for it.
Netflix. I need more seasons of this show simply for Peter.
With
Simply
Peter,
for
don't.
Peter and his intercom and his harp glissando, please.
I want to say, do not change the host. You got the host right.
No. You've got the format, you've got the host. Change these clues.
A little bit more
Change some
vague
of
on the
these
clues.
twists. But you've got the format, you've got the host, you've got the location, you've got
It's
the
good,
detailing down.
good, good, good,
Little
good, good.
tweaks here and there, but y'all got
Hmm.
this.
Y'all got this. This is
Coming from fans, y'all got the framework. Y'all
yep.
good. Y'all got the framework.
Build up your foundation on this. Build it up, but
Yes.
you got it.
Yeah.
But so then we go downstairs and we see people talking and having conversations, and we see, of course, the is very much divided, as we know.
Yeah.
And we see Kyle's group with Kyle and Lydia and Kara and Sam.
Sam. Yeah.
They're all sitting off talking, and they'll come to the conclusion that it's 4-on-4 right now. Um, with Phil gone, and we gotta make sure that nobody from our side is gonna go, yada yada yada. Um, and here's where my first antenna went up, and I was like, "Hmm, for Lydia. Everybody's living for Lydia. I am not living for Lydia." I'm just like,
Okay.
but only because I am living for Jamie, and Lydia is on this whole, I don't know who Jamie thinks she is, and the way she talked to Lauren was just so mean and horrible. Like, how dare she?
Yeah.
Like, that is the worst. And I want her on, and she can go right now. And I was like, not too much, Lydia. Not
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Like, you can not like what she did, but calling her aggressive and rude and
Did she
almost
use
done
the
it
word aggressive?
diabolical.
I don't remember her using the word aggressive.
Maybe I don't know. Look, I heard it in my head. I could be just hearing what I
I
want to hear,
I
but
would have remembered, and I think I would have written down aggressive. I don't remember aggressive
she
personally.
was just, maybe not in this conversation. I think she said in the second conversation, but
Okay.
we'll
I
talk about
don't
it.
okay. Here's what I will say, because I do still like Jamie personally as well. I have had several conversations with other people who have watched it, who I've coerced into watching the show because it's good. And I've heard a variety of reactions about Jamie actually. A lot of people are either loving Jamie or really not loving Jamie for a variety of reasons. I see where a lot of people are coming from on it, and upon reflection, I watched back the scene that she had with Lauren at the elimination dinner. I don't think she came off the best that she could, but I also don't. I see where she's coming from, and I think her anger towards Lauren is warranted. Hey, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, Lana.
I didn't say you were. I don't like that when somebody like when somebody like a Jamie mocks it, or or
Yeah.
confronting what
Hmm.
she feels. Everybody is like, "Oh my gosh, she didn't come off in the best light. She didn't do this. She should have did that." Like, why?
Yeah.
She has every right to be angry and
Of
upset,
course.
and she
Yeah.
should not be. sh- Everybody wants her is trying to police what she should have done, and I'm
No,
like,
totally.
no, because nobody said that. When people were mad at other people, or only time people got upset or was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a little thrown off," is when Phil went off on Say Young, and then when Lauren when
Mm.
Jamie went off on Lauren. And I'm like, why are y'all tone policing them? But nobody's tone
No, that's fair.
policing anybody else. Nobody said anything else when Young was crying and mad and no, I'm just saying. And then nobody was
Yeah.
upset with Sydney when she went on her little tent. Like, stop tone policing people and stop tone
No,
policing
totally.
my people. And this whole how dare her? Like how dare her get upset? How dare her have a human reaction? What she's wrong for feeling her feelings.
Yeah, no, and she absolutely is. And I'm not saying she's in the wrong here. I think Lauren looked worse in the scenario. And I said that in the episode that we did. I still think Lauren looks worse. I think they both could have looked better coming out of it, frankly. And I'm not out here tone policing Jamie. Not what I'm gonna do. Not what I'm here to do. Absolutely never what I'm gonna do.
Mm-mm.
I think it's just interesting to see the reaction, and unfortunately, that is the reaction I've heard from people, and I don't
That's the
want it to
reaction
be.
I've seen from people too, and I'm just like, okay. But I've seen the reaction from the people who I know is going to react that way. It is always the same. It's just the
Yep,
same. We all feel the way we feel, and I get it. But I will never tell her she wrong for
yeah,
how she felt and how she responded to how she felt. And I
absolutely.
just didn't like how Lydia was like, she needs to go because that's just so rude.
I
How she
agree with that.
like,
I
ugh.
agree with that. It came off a little. It definitely came off weird. It didn't
It came out very
feel.
entitled and very like,
It
ugh.
did. It did. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
That's just be that. And so in that moment, I was like, okay, Lydia, you just dropped down a couple of spots for me. I liked Lydia. I thought she was like she's playing this game really well and hard. But in that moment, I was just like, ugh, okay, all right, typical, typical, typical. That's just me. That's just me. um, but yeah, I forgot what happened after that conversation. Did we go right to the challenge or?
Let me check my notes. The only other thing I have is they were all together at one point before they split off into their groups, and they were all like kind of like trying to clock each other, like who's different, who's weird, who's doing their thing, and Chris immediately is like, Sam's a little bit more low energy than normal.
Hmm,
That's suspicious.
that's
That's
weird.
weird.
Because she talks
And
a
then
lot,
we,
and now she's not
yep.
talking.
And now she's low energy and she's deflecting. And she
Hmm.
didn't say, oh, well, I had nothing in my box.
Right.
He's right on the damn money.
He's right. He's
So
on the money.
he's
Like
on the damn money.
he read it right. But mm. Oh, and so she does ask Lydia during the conversation that Sam and Lydia were having that she was like, do you hear ringing, Sam? And Lydia was like, no, I did hear a dog earlier. And it's
Okay, work
like
diva.
he's
Work
like, yeah,
diva. Sure,
sure,
diva.
sure.
But yeah, this is where we go to the activity.
So the challenge happens, and we see two boards with
Yeah.
masks faces or masks of animals on them, and
Is
so
it all the
they
animals that are left?
left in the game. I
I
think.
think.
I think so. I
I
don't
don't
know who's the
remember.
tiger. I think on one board it was, and then I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
um,
so they have to try to. One of them will get in the mask and have to pose there and wait to get hit in the face with a balloon if they are detected. And somebody has to shoot and try to hit the person in the mask on the board.
yeah.
And they split them up in teams. And the teams are Sydney, Corey, Lydia, and Cara versus Jamie, Kyle, Sam, and Chris. And so Sydney's going to be the shooter. She's going to be the shooter. She says she can do this. She wants
Yep.
to be the shooter. So she's going to be the shooter. And Kyle is going to get in the mask for the other team, and so they're trying to figure out which one to pick. So they choose the snake because they were like the snake is
Snake is
low,
low.
the
Snake is
sticky snake,
low.
and it's not all the way poking out and protruding like the other one. It'll be harder to hit. Let's go for the
Smart
snake.
choice.
Very
Smart
smart
choice.
choice. And they go for the snake, and it's going well. Sydney is missing shots after shot for a minute, but they're going for the wrong thing. They were going to go for the pig, and she shoots, she missed the pig, and then all of a sudden Kyle just can't sit still for some reason. His head just bobbing and weaving. I was like, "What? What
baby.
are you doing?" It's just bobbing and weaving, and then now they're like, "Are those eyes in there? We can see your eyes." And so now they're gonna do it, and we
But
see
don't worry, it doesn't matter because Lydia's throwing the challenge. Because she don't want
absolutely
Sydney to
get back in that.
no.
She don't want her back in that trophy room. So she
And
said,
Sydney
"No,"
knows it too.
and like she is just like, "Put your arm up, put your arm down, go to
And
stretch it out."
and I gotta say, I don't think Jamie did a or not Jamie. I don't think Lydia did a great job of throwing this challenge, honestly. From the little bit we saw, I don't think she did a great job throwing it.
No, no, it was very obvious that she was throwing it.
Yeah.
But it took Sydney 13 times
13
to
tries, yeah.
actually hit the target.
Not
So
too bad
I mean, probably better than me, but
with having a Lydia, you know,
yeah.
throwing it. This is also where we find out a little bit more about Sydney and that she grew up in rural Alaska
Hmm.
and that she did a lot of hunting growing up. And I was like, oh, so you do fit the aesthetic of pretty blonde girl, but grew up country.
Hmm.
Got it. The
Don't let this fool you. I do a lot more than that.
no wonder she ended up in Scottsdale. Oop. Um,
So then Chris is going to shoot.
That's
Sure, you know more than I would. Um,
yes.
so Chris is the
um,
shooter. Chris is the shooter, and he is going to. They first they're like, we're gonna go for the tiger. The tigers that we see it. We see eyes in the tiger.
and Sydney is the one hiding.
Because she felt bad and took the 13 tries, and she really, really wanted to do something for the team and make it up to him. And she was like, I can pose, I could, like, just like she could shoot, she could stand still.
And she did do a
And
decent. She
they
didn't do
saw the
bad.
eyes, and then she moved a little bit, and it was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. That's
Yeah.
definitely it. And it took Chris actually 6 tries to finally hit it. And in this whole thing, as this is going on, Sam is like, how am I going to get my agenda done? And she sees the ring around the animals' heads. And she starts going, go for the ring. Go for the ring. Yeah, just go
Do
for the
you
ring,
hear the
Chris.
ring?
Do you hear the ring, Chris? Go for the ring. Do you hear the ring? Do you hear the ring? And so Chris is like, yeah, let's go. And so he's doing it. And so when he finally hits, everybody's celebrating. They're all celebrating. And she's like, do you hear the ring? Do you hear the ring? And Jamie's like, yeah, I hear the ring. Yeah, that's the ring. You hit it right there. I was like, I cannot believe that worked.
Gagged. And
Yeah.
Peter is off on the side just with this little smirk, just
Merc.
like, damn, okay.
I know he was like, I can't believe this
He
worked.
was
Like we
like,
were like,
uh, we were all just a little like, okay,
oh
damn. All right, Miss Ma'am.
wow. I
You know what?
didn't.
I'm gonna give you,
I'm gonna give you
Sam,
your 10.
I'm gonna
I'm
give
gonna
you
give
your
you your
10s.
sevens.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you your tens. Girl, I'm gonna give you your tens because you ate that
Yeah.
up. Eat that up.
You
Give me
ate
your
that up,
tens.
ma'am. Good for you.
Ate one down, honey. Let that sink in. Because yeah,
Absolutely.
she ate that up. She ate that up. I was like,
Absolutely.
I was
Like
not
that
thinking
was
she was good. I didn't think that was gonna work.
no.
Because that didn't
Absolutely
make any
not.
sense.
It
And she did it
makes
in such a
it was so subtle. It makes zero
sense.
sense. It is one of the dumbest things I've seen on this season so far, and yet it worked so flawlessly. No one is gonna clock it. It's
Mm-mm.
so it's it's perfect.
Perfection. Like I was like, okay,
Good for
girl.
you, ma'am. Good for
Good for you,
you.
girl. Good on you.
Work.
Like she ate that up. And so they are going into the trophy room, and Sydney for the first time is not. And Lydia is very excited because she's like, I threw it, so I'm okay with that. Um, so was there anything before the trophy room? Because I just want to go to the trophy room.
I have nothing before the trophy room. I think they just go straight to the trophy room.
Okay, well then let's go to the trophy room. They go to the trophy room. We see Jamie, Kyle, Sam, and Chris. Um, Sam, Chris does not want Sam to get it. Sam does not want Chris to get it. And Kyle has already had it. Kyle and Chris has already got the clue, and so they're like, let's just let Jamie have it. And so they appoint Jamie to get the clue.
Because she hasn't had it yet,
She hasn't
sure.
had it yet, sure.
All
And
these, this is one of the points of contention that I would like to see maybe altered in some way for a season 2. I want some other kind of stakes for the trophy room. Like,
hmm
every vote has been, I think you should have it. Okay, 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 done. Like,
right.
I want some drama in the
I want some
trophy room.
incentive. I want some incentive in the
Yeah, like,
why should I get the clue?
yeah, it's like I want people to fight for themselves.
If you get it, you get $5,000. Something.
Right.
Some
Like
an
I
incentive for
want
people to
some
fight for it.
exactly. Like I want some sort of, and I mean, I guess we saw something like that in episode 6, but
Yeah.
unbeknownst to him, but I don't yeah, every decision has been unanimous at this point. It's just like it's just one of those things that's just kind of weird. But yeah, Jamie gets it. Maybe getting the most important clue up until this point.
But it was still here's my problem. I felt like this clue was the what I wanted. It was vague. It wasn't very
Yes,
poignant like other
great
clues have
clue.
been. But it pisses me off because it makes me feel like y'all trying to protect the millionaire this time when you weren't trying to protect the millionaire the other two times. Like,
Agreed.
and it's like, if we're not going to protect the millionaires at all, then
Yeah,
don't protect them now.
yeah.
Like, Phil's clue and Lauren's clue was so
Dead on.
poignant, poignant, and they had to really fight their way out of, making it look like
And
it's them.
neither of them did, unfortunately.
But like, well, Lauren fought her way out. She just gave it away because she told everybody she was the
Yeah.
millionaire after the
It's
fact.
like,
And
okay, here's the other thing. If this whole show is an elaborate ploy for Sam to get the money, okay. Like,
yeah, it's just wild.
and
But
if
like,
Sam wins, she's gonna be a
oh,
worthy winner because she's playing a damn good game. Point blank in the
sure,
period. But
sure.
like, I did feel that as well. Like, I was just like, okay, this is a little interesting. This is a little peculiar. Why are we because I agree with you. This is the kind of clue I wanted.
For
But
everything. Because
however,
it's like,
comma, why haven't we been getting this in episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well?
right,
The
absolutely.
math ain't math in here.
It just wasn't going. It just seemed weird. But her clue was that somebody is lying about their profession.
The
And I'm
millionaire
like,
isn't lying about their
the
profession.
millionaire is lying about their profession. And I'm like, three people in there lying about their profession. Three people in the house is lying about their profession. So okay, but whatever. And so not Lauren, Jamie goes upstairs and she's like, I want to, I'm going to give you the clue, but first I have to ask you a question. I need everybody to answer this question. And Lydia's like, I don't want no questions. I want to know about the clue. And she's like, this pertains to the clue. Which again, I was like, Lydia, calm the freak down. Like, seriously,
Like,
get off her neck. Anyway, she's trying to figure some stuff out. But anyway, she's like, what is your profession and what you love the most about it? And so Kyle is like, okay, I'm in construction. I just like figuring out problems and solving it. Um, Sydney's like, I like being around people, being a bottle girl. I like being around people and making them happy and smile. Have a good time. Uh Chris is the entrepreneur. He just enjoys being the boss and taking care of things and fixing things. And um, Sam just says, I'm a stay at home mom. Used to be an office manager, but I'm a stay at home mom, trying to just enjoy being around my family. Uh, Lydia's an escrow woman, and she just enjoys, you know, escrow, whatever.
But not anymore.
Um, Corey is uh lawn care, and he likes, you know, taking care of lawns and things.
Oh, I didn't think it was lawn care.
What
I thought
was
it
it?
was.
Was it?
I thought it was the Wasn't it like interior design or something like that?
No, no, it was. I thought it was
Oh,
lawn care.
I don't remember.
Because he owns his own lawn care business,
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
something like that. And so she's like, okay. And Cara says she works in and out. She just likes it is what it is. She likes that.
Hmm.
And so Jamie's about to be like, okay, okay, cool. Then the clue is Lily's like, what do you do? Oh, she's like, oh yeah, I'm a life coach, and I enjoy motivating people and figuring out what's going on, what's the root of the problem, and helping them solve it.
Tracks.
Tracks, tracks to me. um,
Tracks to your mama.
and so they're like, okay, then that's fine. And so she said, so the clue is that the millionaire is lying about their profession, and everybody's like, oh, oh. She said, so that's why I did what I did. I wanted to see, which is something a life coach would do.
Hmm.
You try to figure out what the issue is and see if you can get some answers from
And
the
she is indeed a life coach.
indeed a life coach.
I just just followed her on Instagram.
And
Natural
so
beauty and wellness enthusiast. Of course she is.
word,
Of course she is.
word,
That tracks for sure.
word. And so everybody's now trying to figure out who's lying, who's not, blah, blah, blah. And then Sydney, for whatever reason, decides to say, by the way, you all, I told you I'm a bottle girl, which I am, but nobody asked me what else I do. And I'm like, and nobody asked you to say anything now. Why are you
Miss
sa-?
Mama, what are we doing here?
So now she's like, I also work in the medical sales. And I'm like, girl, you could have kept that to yourself. Because now you just look like you are the one lying about your job and what you do. And so now she's like, I mean, nobody ever asked me anything. So I didn't say. Like you had the whole opportunity to say everything you did when it was your turn in the circle to say what you did, but you didn't. So now you look like a liar. But then that doesn't stop there because her and Corey decides to go have their little conversations in the swimming pool with the swimsuits and all the uh, Chris, not Corey, Chris and her, and Chris is just puppy dog eyes and I think you're
Mm,
great. I think you're wonderful. And you didn't have to say that, but I mean, I understand. And nobody asked you. And so I'm like, he said, but I don't think you're the millionaire. So I wouldn't be voting for you tonight. And da 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 da. Da. All this rackety frackety frackety do that he wants to talk about and how much he cares about her and how he knows, everything. And he's not voting for her. Pan to later when everybody's talking and everybody's saying that they probably voting for Sydney, and he's like, "I don't think that's right. I don't think I'm gonna do that." And nobody, we shouldn't do that because I don't think she's
yeah.
it. He has a suspicion that he thinks Sam is it, but he has not said anything to anybody at this point about Sam. He's just only said he hadn't said anything. He just
Until he talks to Lydia about it.
mm-hmm,
And Lydia does not trust him 100%.
mm-hmm,
But is interested in this idea that it
Mm-hmm.
is Sam, wonders if
Mm-hmm.
Sam is lying, decides to go to Sam
Mm-hmm.
and tell Sam that Chris is throwing out her name.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go into the elimination breakfast.
Yeah, because it was the morning.
It was the morning, but they were talking as if it was the
The
dinner.
evening.
I was like, baby, there is sun outside. It
You
is
said we gonna do it first thing in the morning, Peter.
Peter.
Peter,
Peter.
we are not stupid, Peter. We heard you.
Peter.
We heard you.
Um, yeah, um so we're going into elimination breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Sam, we know
We
Sam has her kill shot, and she's basically
uh-huh.
like, I need to be very strategic about who I take out with this kill shot. If I go for Chris, everyone knows that Chris is the only name he is saying right now is my name. That's going to come right back to me. I can't take out Chris right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Even though I want to.
I need to look at who Sydney is saying.
Yep. When
Sam
I
is
so
so good at this
good.
game.
I was like, see,
So
that's what I'm talking about. You think about who you trying to set up. You thinking about 2, 3 steps ahead. And you know you can't take out Chris because he the only one saying your name. You need somebody who's not saying your name and who you want to set up. And she was thinking about that. She said, I'm gonna see who Sydney says. And because yeah, it's so good. It was so good that what she was that we heard her thoughts and that they told us her
yeah,
plan and her game plan and what going into this breakfast. And so
yeah.
once we get to the breakfast and everybody starts talking, I'm just waiting. I'm like, Sydney, what you saying? Go to Sydney. Go to Sydney. And
And
they go
she's
to
getting
Sydney.
emotional. Like
Uh-huh.
everyone starts saying her name. She's
Mm-hmm.
getting really emotional because she feels like she's been doing a lot of the reaching out, talking to a lot of people, really trying to get to know a lot of people. And the pressure of constantly being the name that is coming out of people's mouth, constantly being the target now for 3 rounds in a row,
Mm-hmm.
is really starting to get to her. I did feel for her in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to constantly be the person that's being talked about. Um, we find out a lot about her that, she grew up in rural Alaska. She's got the biggest kill out of anybody. I'm like, I don't love hunting, but like, that's for
Sure.
you, that's a good achievement, whatever, whatever. Um, and that like a lot of people are just not, appreciating her personally on this game. And this came to me, I was a little bit surprised by this whole situation, just simply because we have not been seeing a lot of these personal conversations people have been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're seeing 45-minute edited episodes where most of what we're seeing is strategy.
Right.
So, like, I didn't realize these people were having these conversations about, their professions and what they do. And because when Chris and Lydia were like, oh, yeah, no, Corey gave me his business card yesterday, so I know he's good. Like, I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were having these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, would love to see this format fleshed out into a 12
Mm-hmm.
episode format. Even a
Mm-hmm.
10 episode format would be great. Netflix. Um, you could hire us both on as, producers. That'd be great. Or I would love to play this game. That would also be great. Thank you, Netflix. You could bring us both in as a twist. We will pretend to not know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would love that. That'd be great. That would be literally the time of my life, Netflix. I would literally love nothing else than to play a game with this beautiful woman here, right here.
Only to vote me out. I know you, Logan.
No, not until like Final Five, because that's how things happen, Lana.
That's how things happen. That is how things happen in my world.
Oh, if I won the $1 million, you get half of it. You know that.
Mwah.
But Yeah, I just didn't realize we were having these personal conversations, and I would like to see more of these. We've gotten sprinklings,
Sprinkles, very,
but
very little sprinkles.
personally, I would like to know more about these people as well.
I,
So
was it? I'm trying to think. Was it this episode that we found out that Kara was married?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, we got a little. Like I said, sprinkles. She was found out she was married. That just was thrown
for
in there. I
seven
was like, for
years.
7 years.
I was like, oh baby.
Did I know that
Side
she got
note,
married at 21?
yes, high school sweetheart didn't start dating
Hmm.
until after high
After
school, but
college, yeah.
um also side note, happy to report, still loving Kara.
I do
Um
love Kara still. She's great.
yeah. But speaking of Kara, Sid decides she's going to counter her own name with Kara because of the cooking comment that she made at breakfast, being like, "Oh, wouldn't it be
Oh,
great to cook every day?" And it's like, as someone that cooks, burgers every day, I understand that it would probably be really weird to not cook all the time, even if it is, burgers or fries every day. Like, I understand
right,
that.
right.
And then she
I
throws
mean,
it on. Yeah, go ahead.
it was a weird thing to say for Kara to say, I wish I could cook every day. When you do in your normal life, you do cook every day. So I can understand why Sydney would jump on that. But Kara's like, I make burgers and fries every day. It's not like I cook for real, for real. It's burgers and fries. And it's like, yeah, it's burgers and fries, but it still is cooking. So
Yep,
I
indeed.
get it.
Uh,
I get it.
and then the other name she throws out is Lydia, just because Lydia is kind of stone cold. She's not letting a lot of information out to Sydney because she's targeting Sydney.
All
Um,
right.
but that's kind of where we leave it. And then
Votes happen.
we vote. And then Peter subsequently rips up all the votes because none of their votes matter except for the
And
millionaire.
the millionaire. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't pull up what I was supposed to
Oh,
pull
it's
up.
fine.
The millionaire decides to vote out Lydia.
No.
Eh, meh. I'm not that
She
mad.
she did some questionable things in this episode that I don't agree with necessarily on a personal standpoint, but I think she was a great game player.
I
And I
think
would
she
have
played
liked
it.
to see her play more of the game.
I agree. I think going out like this on a really a technicality is like like she literally just got idled out of a game that she didn't know that
And
idols were
from
being played
Sam
in.
of all I Sam is the
It made
last
sense.
person. Sam is the last person I would have expected, but I think it's such a baller move from Sam. Like, I
That is just
respect the move.
it was such a good move. That's I mean, in all honesty, if I was to go out of a game and you took me out of a game, that would be the best way I would want to go out of the game from
Oh,
you because
totally.
it's like because I understand why you did it because nobody would expect you to take me out. Like, of course, why would you take me out? We're besties. We're in the house. We're besties in the house. We're giggling and kicking, and I'm always around you. And then when it comes to I don't want it to you didn't want it to come back on you. So
Mhm.
who do you take out? The person that they were looking to be like, oh, you would never take Lana out of this game. It makes sense, and I will watch it later and be like,
Yeah.
bomb, savage bomb move. Let me borrow $50. You know what I'm saying? Like if you win,
Right.
let me holler at a couple $100.
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right, right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
but like
Great move.
great move from Sam at this point. It was the only move that made sense. And like she said, she was listening to what Sydney says. And Sydney said Cara and Lydia. And it
Yeah.
made sense to take Lydia out at this point. Now Lydia goes the votes, by the way, were Sydney got 4 votes, which
Uh-huh.
was Cara, Cora, Corey, Kyle, and Lydia. Lydia got 3 votes, which was Sam, Sydney, and Jamie. And
Kind of gas.
Sam got kind of gags. And Sam got a vote from Chris
On the pulse.
on the pulse of what is right. Then we see Lydia's exit. and
Oh,
she is like going around the table saying, Corey, I respect you. I hope you do great and I hope you win. Kyle, I hope you find all the happiness that you're looking for. Um, Chris, you're a great player. You did good. Cara, I love you so much. I hope you go very far in this game. I hope you win. Sydney, I respect you. It's great. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
Jamie, I don't like you. Or something about you feed into your own bullshit. I can't remember
yeah.
what she said. I can't remember what she said,
It
but it
was,
was
yeah, it was not the cutest look. Oh, at all.
I mean, like you're delusional, you feed into your own like it was a lot of stuff. I was just like,
Yeah.
girl, ew. And it was like, Sam, I want you to go far too. You're great. I was
Um,
like, wow.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Well, and there's why I don't feel bad you're gone. Bye.
Yeah, it's not a great look, unfortunately.
You. But and I don't. I love spicy exits. I love spicy exits. If you go be spicy and give me a spicy
Hmm.
exit, be spicy all the way around. Don't target one person like that. Like,
Unless
oh,
it's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
mm,
you're cool. Fuck you. Like
right.
it's unless it's something like that, like
I
yeah,
like
I didn't love it personally, but hey, that's an episode for you.
that. That is an episode, and that is episode 5. So, thanks for joining us. We're trying to not to go on and on and on in these episodes. We're trying to get them in, tell you everything, tell you our thoughts, and get you out the door so you can come back and watch the next episode. But we appreciate
Period.
you sticking around and watching and checking us out. If you enjoyed it, even if you didn't, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year across on this channel and all of our channels. So please go subscribe to all of our channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon links, our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, as well as our merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. And we'll be back shortly to talk about episode 6. So
Woo.
tune into that and cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.